I've been playing Minecraft since I was a teen, and I started playing technical in 2019. Since then, I learned a lot about redstone. But no matter how much you know, you need good tools to make good work. And so today, I'll be showing you the tools that I find the most useful in my everyday life. Keep in mind that I've only done creative contraption designing in the past years, so it's gonna be mostly relevant to that. For the first one on the list, I have to put Litematica. Litematica lets you select an area and save it as a schematic. You can then open it later if you accidentally blew up your contraption or anything like that. I couldn't do anything without it. It would be a pain in the ass not to have it. I can open schematics, see the transparent blocks, and place them one by one in survival, or paste the schematic directly in creative. Now, I'll go over a bunch of features all contained in the Tweakeroo mod and its forks. Trust me, Tweakeroo has a lot of features. Flexible block placement lets you place blocks in diagonal, which is really useful as it saves you time from placing and breaking temporary blocks. Small detail, but very useful. Next up, FreeCam. I always use the FreeCam when testing stuff. I get ready to whack my node block input and watch whatever I need to watch. And coupled with that, fly speed is also very useful. You have toggles for different fly speeds, so you can go super fast or super slow. It's useful when doing stuff in small spaces or doing long distances and creative. Reach override is useful to reach further. Inventory preview is useful to see what's in droppers, hoppers, chests, and all of that. Shulker box display lets you see the items in your shulker boxes. Disable sign GUI saves me time when placing signs. Disable observers lets me place observers and stuff around them without breaking anything. Disable particles and reduce particles lets me see things around, because otherwise the visual cluttering is pretty overwhelming. Fast left click is very useful for breaking stuff quickly, and fast right click is a must when you need to place a lot of blocks in a uniform way. For survival use, I really like the tool switch feature. That will swap your tools automatically, so you don't have to use all of your inventory slots for that BS. You also have swap almost broken tools. I kept it enabled by default. I didn't want to waste time getting new tools because I got distracted and broke my old ones. Gamma override is useful for caving without torches. Fake sneak lets the game think that you're sneaking, but you're not actually slowed down. You won't fall off high places with that. Hand restock is very useful when building. Your stack of item replenishes from the other slots in your inventory. Couple that with a shadow item feeder and... Hold on, I have an important call. Yeah, no man, shadow items were patched in 1.19. What? What do you mean they patched it? Yeah, they wanted to patch a dupe. Man, what the fuck? Yo, calm down, it's no big deal. I also have Tweakfork installed, and I use the selective rendering all the time. It lets me toggle the rendering of an area, so I can hide stuff that gets in my way. It's useful both for in-game designing and for video editing. It's a little tricky to set up though. Go watch Scorpio's tutorial. I wouldn't have been able to make it work without his tutorial. Yo, we're midway through the video. I just want to let you know that you can find all of the mods that I'm naming here on my Discord server in the archive section. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Back to the video. Carpet mod. Creative no clip is a must. It's like the perfect mix between spectator mode and creative mode. It's only missing one thing. Disable player collision. It will make sure you don't interact with carts, mobs, pressure plates, and all of that stuff. Now it's perfect. Explosion no block damage is pretty useful when testing TNT contraptions. Liquid damage disabled is also very useful. Just make sure that you do test your stuff without it, because it would be silly if your stuff broke with water and you just never tested that. The famous hopper counters. Add the carpet TIS addition and you can do /lug counter cyan and see the rates of your farm in real time. I'm saying cyan, but like, because I use cyan wool, but it can be any color, just so you know. Alright. Maybe you want to run a farm that takes bone meal, but not worry about the bone meal intake just yet. Carpet hopper no item cost will make it so hoppers under a wool block will output a steady stream of whatever you put in the first slot without emptying the hopper. and you can see how much bone meal you use, for example. Totally no block update is kinda useful when replacing just a few blocks. Flipping cactus is kinda useful when you don't know how to rotate blocks like that. I don't use mini HUD a lot, but I like to generate spheres to see how big my TNT radius visually is, so I don't kill items by accident. The despawn sphere is also very useful if you play survival. You can display a bunch of info on these lines, like FPS, MSPT, block info, and more. If you have the bounding box outline reloaded mod, you can toggle the rendering of slime chunks, witch shots, nether fortresses, biomes, and all that type of stuff. Very useful for mob farms. The color scrolling mod is very new to my edition, kindly coded by my friend Anware in 1.17 and 1.19 only. It lets you scroll through blocks colors like this. It's fucking amazing, I love it. Isometric render is pretty cool for rendering your creations to share on Discord or even on YouTube. I love this mod. I use World Edit to place a lot of blocks quite often, and I sometimes use the copy paste command too. And that's pretty much all the mod features that I commonly use. But I know there are a lot more mods that I could use if I had the willingness to install and learn them. Reden mod has a Ctrl-Z feature where you can go back in time. That is amazing. You can test stuff that is not fully done yet and go back in time instead of manually replacing blocks. Watch Avogado use it here, for example.
Nothingness, or it's gonna hit that, I guess. But good thing that I have Reden. I can do that. And now
that's all I had for today. Let me know if you think there are more features you think that I should know about. Join my Discord server and watch one of these videos so I can monetize my channel and make pennies off the hundreds of hours that I put into my stuff. Thanks for watching.